Yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy Eddie and welcome back to the channel, and I hope you all are having a wonderful day. But before we get right into it, y'all, make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below as well as that notification bell. And just getting right into it, guys, we have none other than one of the biggest hype releases for this holiday, and it is none other than the Jordan 11 Cherry, also known as the Jordan 11 Varsity Red. So I think this sneaker right here is definitely clean and definitely fits into the holiday spirit. So basically we had a kind of release to this shoe many years ago when I was about 6 or 7 years old, and it was actually the Jordan 11 Cherry Low. And now almost 21 years later, we have this in the high top version. So obviously I'm gonna say the high top version looks better than the low, like that's just a no-brainer. But what's really interesting about this shoe right here is the fact that it actually resembles the Blake Griffin Jordan 11 PE, and it's a very similar color, but I think this one is a little bit brighter as opposed to the Blake Griffin PE Jordan 11 is just a little bit darker. So when looking at this specific model right here, there's not much history to it other than the fact that it's the yearly holiday release for the Jordan 11s. But just looking at the Jordan 11 history as a whole, for those of you that are not familiar with it, just to give a brief summary, it is the sneaker that Michael Jordan won his 4th ring in after taking a 2-year hiatus from basketball and was playing baseball in that kind of interim period. So definitely a very special shoe for the Jordan brand, and it's pretty much the most popular model because this literally comes out every year over and over and over and is mass produced. Obviously not the same colorway, it's multiple different colorways, but it's a shoe that you could just keep pumping out for the holiday season, have it at a high price point of $225 and just call it a day. And that's just what Jordan brand has been doing for the past decade or so. So it's been a minute. It's definitely been a minute. And just briefly looking at the sneaker box right here, we have this very simple Jordan box. It's the black and gray one with the removable lid. And as you can see right there, we just have the Jumpman logo with the Jordan across the words right there. Then when we look at the size tag, you could just see the detailings, and it reads as Jordan 11 Retro, white, varsity red and black. And with the Jordan 11s, I definitely recommend to go true to size. So my true to size again is a size 8, and that's exactly what I got this sneaker in. So now getting back into the shoe, let's just focus on the details. And what I love about the Jordan 11 reviews is the fact that it's pretty much simple to go over because you have a predominant patent leather upper, and as you guys can see from this release, it's in this varsity red, or as the colorway states, in that kind of cherry red. Then when we look at the front of the shoe, guys, you can see that we have a lot of mesh, and what they call this for the Jordan 11 is actually a ballistic mesh. And the whole purpose behind that is the fact that it is actually a more durable mesh compared to like other meshes, because you know sometimes some mesh can be flimsy while some other mesh can actually be like really durable and just stand the test of time, and that's exactly what this Jordan 11 can do. Then when we go further up into the sneaker, you can see that we have these rope laces, and connecting the mesh and the laces is these eyelets right here. And then when we look at the middle of the tongue, you can see that Jumpman Jordan right there. Then when focusing on the lateral side of the shoe, you can see that we have more of that ballistic mesh. Then when we move into the ankle area, you guys can see that we have this panel of leather that wraps around the lateral and medial sides. And then right on top of that, we have that ankle cushioning in that varsity red colorway. And then when we go on to the back heel area of the shoe, you can see that we have that 23 logo, and unfortunately it is not stitched. Obviously this is a more mass-produced sneaker, so we do have that kind of print that makes it easier to produce and stuff. So then when we focus on the medial side of the shoe now, you can see that pretty much the same thing follows suit, but it's just a little bit more plain since we don't have that Jumpman logo on the side. And then now when focusing on the midsole, we have that Phylon midsole right there, which I have to say the Jordan 11 is really comfortable in my opinion. I think it's a really great shoe and has stood the test of time in over, I want to say what, like 24 years it's been. It's like 96, the year I was born, till now. And I definitely think that even after all these years, it's a pretty comfortable shoe, man. Now when focusing on the outsole, you can see that we have that beautiful icy bottom, which is standard to most Jordan 11s. Then you can see some of the traction pattern right there, as well as the Jumpman logo in that see-through area. And then of course we have our standard carbon fiber plate right there in this kind of red and black colorway, which I think is pretty unique compared to the standard black and white or the silver or chrome carbon fiber plate. So I think it definitely looks good. And then one more thing to note is about the inside of the shoe. So unfortunately with this sneaker, I guess you can tell by the simple box, we do not get that nice plastic Jordan 11 insert. We have the paper inserts instead, and I do understand that they're trying to be more environmentally friendly. And if you guys know me, that's something that I preach about all the time when it comes to sneakers and just everything in the world, trying to push to that environmentally friendly aspect. But with a $225 price tag, especially since people actually keep these kind of plastic inserts for their sneakers, I do wish that they did keep that instead on this Jordan 11. And one more thing to note is the fact that we do have these polyurethane inserts in that varsity red colorway, and then we have this white Jumpman logo right there. And that's pretty much going to conclude the details and the history of the shoe, guys, because the right shoe looks exactly like the left shoe. So let's just get right into this on full look, alright? y'all, so that's pretty much gonna conclude the review as well as the on-foot look for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it for y'all. Overall, I think this is definitely a dope sneaker, but in my opinion, I definitely will not be keeping these because, as I mentioned in my Jordan 11 Cool Grade video, the Cool Grades are the only Jordan 11 that I would ever keep in my collection other than the Concords and some of the other OGs, but the Cool Grades are my #1 staple. So for me, this is definitely not a necessity in my collection, especially with the $225 price point. So guys, let me know what you think about this sneaker in the comment section down below. And other than that, y'all, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends and family and all that. And just keep doing what y'all doing to help push the YouTube algorithms and help my channel grow even more. I've been seeing what y'all doing and I really appreciate it so much. So other than that, guys, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.